Okay, what's up, everybody? Today on Libra Fighting, day 3, we're still working on the Reaper grip, which is this one. I'm gonna keep your thumb on the top of it so you don't put your hand through. This actually happened to me. I hit a table and the knife cut right here in my hand. I had to go to the hospital. The doctor was a student and I had to stitch it up myself. It was fucked. So the thumb on top could have prevented all that shit. And also don't stab people, don't stab your table and drink and do stupid shit like that. Anyway, so the Reaper grip, we're holding it like this. Now, as you remember, with the scratch, the eye poke, and today we did a bunch of techniques. All right, so imagine there's a head here. Now what you want to do is you want to bring that scratch down. No wrist movement. All right, just like a scratch, just like a scratch. It's like, psh. And also, so it's like essentially, imagine there's a diagonal line this way, a diagonal line this way, and also a straight line down, straight line up, horizontal, horizontal. So as you do to the head, like just cut through the head, you go like that, kind of like add diagonal into the eyeball, and then another diagonal into the diagonal. What else did I learn today? So you go scratch again, just like the whole scratching thing is to make their hands go up to their face like that. So that provides other opportunities. Kind of just like boxing, except instead of a jab, scratch the face with a knife. It's kind of like really rapid movements to overwhelm the enemy. So you go boom, shoom. This stab movement. Oh yeah, I forgot about this one. Straight to the eye, like a jab. Shoom. Now I know it's better to do it like that, but since we're doing the Reaper method in this month, it's gonna be like this. So straight to the eye, boom. So they don't need to pop it out anymore. What else? So yeah, diagonal to the eyes. Straight out, then down. Straight out and up like an uppercut. You can also do that. And these are like entry level, like entry movements, kind of like a jab. Entry movements, you know, push them and go into other shit. So we're just focusing on that. So down, up, diagonal, diagonal. Then there's the neck, as you can see, that line, that muscle behind it, the arteries, the veins, the trachea. I'm gonna hit the trinity. So as you can imagine, there's a neck guy here with his neck. It goes straight to the back of his head, back of his neck muscle. Cut, stab through, and pull it back. And go like that. All right. Now you want just to note this today is you don't want to stab yourself or stab your own hand. You don't know. You might get HIV or just you might not get really hurt, but it's not good. So anyway, keep the knife pointing away from yourself, and then you'll be in a ready position. Also, you want to hide the knife, as I said before, I think. And then the next movement from the other side. So from the other side of the neck, I'm gonna pull it in. Calm. The whole point is surprise. Guys shouldn't even know he got hit. You shouldn't even see the knife. What else? Another thing I learned today, I think was the final thing, is you push the knife right into trachea right here, busy. Trachea right here, and then with your other hand, you push the face away, and you cut the throat simultaneously. So from this angle, push the chin away. You're cutting. Papa, I'm busy.
I see a bee.
I sound busy. Go talk to it. Boom. Push it. All right. So you push it in. Push it. This movement. It's very surprising. You just, boom. It's very fast. When you do it in classroom, on the camera, you might not be able to be like, it's funny, like, oh, look at this guy. But in a classroom scenario, when I was doing with my training partner, it was actually pretty difficult to see it coming because it's really close. And then another version was, so you go straight with this to the throat, and then you put your hand here, you punch his face, not too far, just like that, and then you stab his throat and pull it back. Just like right behind the muscle. It's very important, because if you grab here, you'll not only probably miss, but it'll probably just cut through the skin, nothing will happen. But if you cut through here, you're gonna cut through the vein, artery, and the trachea. You're gonna take out all three. It's gonna be guaranteed blast, kill, headshot, like a Call of Duty, looking like. Again, these are all for fun, it's not as edutainment. Do not try this at home. Don't go outside with your fucking knife. I don't even own a fucking knife, like apart from my kitchen knife. I got this. I'm just learning this. You know, it's better than drinking beer, just fucking around. It's, you know, be cool to be like small ninja and shit. So it's you do anything irresponsible and criminal with this information, that's on you. I don't take any responsibility for it. I'm just sharing this information because I believe it should be free flowing. Anyway, what else? Now we didn't go to the body yet, so we got the diagonal to the eye, diagonal to the other eye, down, up. What else we got? The strap, open the hand. Now it's really important, again, you can cut yourself, so you gotta like, so once you go in, you open it, and then you can go again, whatever. And then, I really like the other one, but I kind of forgot it, but I think it was kind of like jab, and then you punch with the other one, and then you hit with the other. The reason you punch him in the face is that his neck moves open, and his neck is exposed, you're going in. Another thing also we practice is just like in general, just after you scratch, any form of scratch that you like, you push his head up, so his throat gets exposed, and then you go through for the jugular, or the trachea, or the venous, or for the veins, or the whatever, the vulnerable areas of the throat. And just want to say that it's so fast and so fatal, and it doesn't take a whole lot of force to cut through flesh, and it always surprises me. So even my training partner, he just puts his hands up like that, I'm dead. So like, every time I learn, I practice knife fighting, I learn one thing: don't ever get into a knife fight. Like, you see someone with a knife, fucking run. If he's got a knife, you got a knife, don't fucking, it's not a ninja movie, fucking run if you can. The only time you should fight is absolutely no other way to run. High-rise building, the guys run in the room, block the exit, just no way to run, you gotta fight and you got a knife, or a sharp pointy object. So never ever initiate a fight, never ever like fucking seek trouble, and if there's trouble coming and you can leave, fucking leave, because I saw an interview with a person who actually was in a knife fight. He actually had some ideas, probably was in the Marines or some shit. He was a soldier. And he said he came out of the fight, he was missing parts of his body. Just imagine that, like your fingers gone, like chunks of your things are just hanging out, and he survived, but at what cost? So it's not a game. Now it's in theory and practice, it's for geeks, for nerds, for martial art nerds, it's all fun shit. But in the real world, it's just not fun. The realism is not fun. It's like you play it in Call of Duty, it's so cool, headshot, but in real life, headshot's not cool, man. Like, it's not fucking cool in real life. We love the theory of it, right? So the image of something the fantasy is much more enticing sometimes than the reality. And of course, being prepared, I'd rather be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in war, right? So that's the principle of why we train in general. Now again, I'm a student, I'm not a master, just learning, sharing my notes. So again, one more review. So we gotta scratch the face, top the forehead, scratch down. So you gotta scratch like all the way down like that. You can scratch all the way up, diagonal into the eye, and then the throat, pull it, throat, pull it, and as you pull it, point the edge away, push hand, push into the throat right here, boom, 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 boom. As I'm stabbing, I'm pulling my hand away because you're supposed to stab in and cut out, slash it out. And then also ultimately the jab. Jab to the eyeball, jab to the throat. Not with my hand, but with the actual blade. Right? It will do good damage, even in this angle. You don't need to move our wrist at this point. I think it makes sense, adds a lot of realism, because as you move the wrist, it's more weakness. Another thing I learned is why we don't scratch this way is because if there's anything to stop it, it's easy to lose your knife. From this angle, it's really tools you have. But if there's resistance this way, you can actually hold on better. And you don't want to disarm yourself right now, do you? Because remember, the skull is pretty hard, and this thing can get stuck in there. You just disarmed yourself, and he might not be you're stopped, and he'll come and fucking get you. Maybe he'll pull the knife out of his head and come get you. So you always want to have a secure your weapon. You know, secure your blade in this position. And of course, concealment and in this position, the ready position. I love it all. I really think so far what I've learned from Libre fighting is that it's very realistic. It's, you know, law, martial arts, and Black Belt magazine, and all that stuff. But I was always on the fence. I never walked over and signed up because I always thought it's kind of dancing. It kind of looks like dancing. But this stuff, it really reminds me of boxing. It reminds me of MMA and Muay Thai that I did in Thailand, and it feels real. And when you're getting older and the world's getting more dangerous with all the crime, and where I live, crime is really high. It's one of the highest murder rates in the world in Mexico City. So I find it's useful information around here. It may not be useful, say, in Switzerland or some nice place, or Tokyo even, but out here it's very useful because it could save your life, knowing this kind of stuff. But and knowledge is power, you know, it's potential power. You use it the right way, it can save your life. Now, enough freaking rambling by me. I hope you enjoyed my little video lesson for today. Till next time, adios.